Phase 2 of Marvel Star Wars starts this week on Star Wars Weekly. Hello fellow Star Wars fans and welcome to the channel and Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you're getting things started off right in 2020. We have a brand new decade and the first day of this new year we have Star Wars content already. That's just how Lucasfilm rolls. We are getting right into the action and it's a milestone issue of Star Wars. We are renumbering, going from 75 back to issue number 1 because we are in a new era of Star Wars. This is Star Wars issue number 1. This is written by Charles Soule, who is a visionary in Star Wars comics. He has written Anakin and Obi-Wan. He has done Lando. He has done Darth Vader. He has done Poe Dameron. And now he finally gets his chance to write the flagship Star Wars series. This one is subtitled for this specific arc, The Destiny Path. And this is part 1. I also picked up the variant cover, which is interesting because it has all the characters in a scene that we never see from Empire Strikes Back. Very interesting stuff there. So this is awesome because we're getting, with this issue, the relaunch of Marvel Star Wars as we know it. We are also getting issue number 2 of this specific story this month, but then we're actually going to get another Darth Vader series. That one's written by Greg Pak in the beginning of February. Then in March, we are getting a Bounty Hunters mini-series, or actually, no, that's ongoing as well. And then in April, we're getting Dr. Aphra to start up again. And all these stories are going to take place in that 1-year gap between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So yes, if you guys are a fan of Shadow of the Empire, this is in the same era, and I've been a huge fan since as far back as I can remember playing the N64 game. So hopefully we'll get some mentions of Dash Rendar. Hopefully we'll get some mentions of the Black Sun and Prince Z. So I'm really hoping that they bring those back into canon, and this is the opportune time because we're going into those timelines. But anyway, getting into the specific issue, we literally pick up moments after The Empire Strikes Back. So we have Luke, who has had his hand severed and has had this revelation of Darth Vader proclaiming him to be his father. So we're opening up to this beautiful artwork of his hand just being sliced off on Cloud City. And this issue takes us to a place that we didn't expect to see, because after The Empire Strikes Back, during the ending, we see them all in the Rebel fleet. Well, there's another part of it. After they leave Cloud City, Lando, Chewie, Leia, and Luke, they actually go to the Rebel fleet, which is being attacked by this new commander, Commander Zera, this female officer, very brilliant tactician, very skilled, because she sets up this Imperial cordon, which I've never seen before. They have so many ships, they're able to concentrate their turbo lasers and trap these rebels up against a star. So they are literally trapped, and the Millennium Falcon flies in, and with the help of Luke tapping into the Force, he's able to destroy a lot of these TIE fighters, and then they're able to take out the cannons on this light freighter, and the rebels escape. So there's a little bit of a detour between Cloud City and between where we see things end off in The Empire Strikes Back. So I thought that was really cool. And what this issue does very well is it answers questions that I never knew I needed answers to, basically, because there's a lot of cool stuff in here as far as like, oh, why couldn't they just go after Slave 1? Well, if they went after Slave 1, they destroy the ship, Han would be killed. They do know that he's going to go to Tatooine, so they figure, okay, he'll be there eventually. First, we got to get to the fleet. We got to save these people, because you see the Empire in this issue, and it's literally The Empire Strikes Back. Like, they are striking back with all of their force against the rebel cells throughout the galaxy, and just seeing the tactics used, like this cordon thing with the turbo lasers on the Star Destroyers, and then we find out that they're somehow tapping the communications, and that's how the Imperials are able to track these rebel movements. So now they can't even communicate to each other. These cells of the rebellion, they might be wiped out. They don't know, because if they reach out, that's how the Imperials will trace their communication. So very much high stakes there. I really do appreciate how every one of these characters is feeling some sense of loss in the opening pages right out of The Empire Strikes Back. Right, Leia, she lost her love in Han Solo. You have Lando, he lost all his people on Cloud City. You have C-3PO, who lost all his limbs. No, wait, he just repaired them. And you have Luke, who lost his hand and just had this completely destroying revelation, right? Of, oh my gosh, my dad is Darth Vader, the most evil guy in the galaxy. Where do all these characters go from here into Return of the Jedi? And I want to talk about Luke, because Luke was phenomenal. The way Charles Soule writes Luke in a way that I didn't actually think of a lot of these things that he's going through after Empire Strikes Back. He's got that time where it's like, oh wait, did Ben Kenobi and did Yoda lie to me? Because they said that Anakin Skywalker was my father, not Darth Vader. What the heck is going on? Can I even trust them? He's also going through the thoughts of, I guess I'm not going to be a Jedi anymore because my training ended. I'm not a Jedi yet. I'm lashing out in anger, and that's okay because I'm not a Jedi yet. So he's using a lot of emotion in this issue, and he's destroying TIE fighters with the Force. He is having moments that really kind of reciprocated off of the Darth Vader reveal moment, that Darth Vader knew that Luke was his son in that 5th issue of Star Wars Volume 1, where he's cracking the glass looking out the Star Destroyers. We have a similar scene with Luke looking out of this vessel, seeing the glass crack as he gets very frustrated. He doesn't think he's going to be a Jedi anymore because of everything that's happening. He doesn't know what his place in the galaxy is. I think that's super fascinating. Also, we get to take a look at Kez Dameron and Shara Bey, who first appeared in the series of comics right after the events of Return of the Jedi, Shattered Empire. So we get to see those guys again, the father and mother of Poe Dameron, what they're doing in the rebellion at that point. It's really cool. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much in this issue that really sparks up my imagination for like all these consequences and these effects of these consequences that happen spiraling out of episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. I don't think Charles Soule could have made a better opening to this second phase, as I like to call it, for the Star Wars comics, because we are going into a new age. We have no more movies out. I think we're going to really start to see the lore of Star Wars really expand as we can kind of devote more energy to these stories and not being held back by, movies and stuff that are kind of be taking the center stage for the most part. But I want to hear from you guys. What'd you think of this first issue of Star Wars for Volume 2? Let's talk about them all in the comment section down below. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Do subscribe to the channel, as I have Star Wars content coming out on a weekly basis. It is a little bit slower right now because we're not going to get any new material in Star Wars as far as the comics are concerned. For another 2 weeks, we'll be getting Star Wars Adventures issue number 30, as well as The Rise of Kylo Ren issue number 2. Until then, I have my Star Wars Resistance reviews going up every Sunday. So if you are watching Resistance and you want to see what I have to say about those episodes, make sure you go ahead and you check those videos out. That is going to do it for me, Star Arthur. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at StarRaptor.